What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and today I have a super exciting, super fun unboxing to do for you guys. This is coming in from my relatively new friend Trevor at Mill Run Knife Company. So kind of a little bit backstory. Mill Run Knife Company is Trevor's company that he makes custom fixed blades. He has an Instagram page, and I found him probably, it was probably end of November, beginning of December, relatively recently, or relatively, within the last couple months or so. And I followed him, and I was looking down through his page, and I really liked his work. So I just continued to follow him and stuff like that. And then after a while, I was like, screw it, I'm gonna message him, just say what's up, because the cool thing about it is he is from Meadville, Pennsylvania, which is like 15-20 minutes away from where I grew up. It's like basically, I mean, it's not my hometown, but it's a neighboring town to where I grew up. So I've been there a ton of times. I drive through there when I go back to school in Erie, all kinds of stuff. So I just thought that was super cool that a guy is making custom fixed blades out of Meadville. So I reached out and I was like, hey man, I really like your, the products you've been putting out on your page. I saw that you were from Meadville. It's basically like, my area where I'm from and stuff like that. And then we started talking and getting to know each other a little bit better. Again, his name is Trevor. And we, we're just talking, and eventually we got to him building me a fixed blade. And I was just like, heck yeah. He's like, well, I think he first asked me, hey, do you collect fixed blades? Do you do anything with fixed blades and stuff like that? Because most of my Instagram feed was of folders, and I was like, well, yeah, I just got in my first like real true fixed blade is the Jacob Creates Chickadee, and I just had that one. And he said, well, do you want to check out any more? And I was like, yeah, I would love to check out one, especially because, again, I just think it's so cool that he is from basically where I'm from, and the products and the knives that he had made and had on his page looked really good. They looked really well made and stuff like that. So we agreed that he was going to make me a knife, and part of the deal was he was going to give it to me for a discounted price, which he did. But part of the deal was he wanted me, or because I have a channel, I want to promote it. I want to get word out there to you guys, and to try to help his company, get off the ground, because it's still pretty small. I believe Trevor told me that I am the first person that he has made a knife for or sold a knife to that wasn't either like a friend of his or a family member, which is wild. Because again, I haven't felt the knife yet. It's still in the box, but his products look really good, and it looks really like just well finished and well made for one guy doing them out of, I believe, probably his garage or his basement. I forget which one he told me. But yeah, so this is gonna be kind of a little bit of a long intro, guys. So if you're not a fan of me talking, just skip ahead to the video or the unboxing part of the video. But yeah, we agreed upon that. I would do some videos, which I love doing videos anyway. So it's just how things work like that. And then we got into the knife making phase, and he asked me like size wise, what was I looking for? And you guys know me, I don't love big knives. So I told him not as small as a Chickadee, but not a super big, beefy fixed blade. And we were talking, and he showed me one of his smaller models. I believe he calls it the Heron. He names a lot of his knives after birds. I believe it was the Heron, and he said like this, but just basically shrunken down a little bit. And I was like, yeah, I really like how that looks. If you could just make the blade a little bit smaller and the handle a little bit slimmer and a little bit, smaller lengthwise, I think that'd be a good fit. So we sketched it up, and he sent it to me in like the next day or two, and I really liked how it looked, so we agreed upon that. And then we got to the whole materials thing, which was really cool to me, because he sent, I remember this one morning specifically, because he works in like the afternoon and evenings, so he does a lot of his knife making and projects in the mornings and early afternoons. So I think I was like just waking up or something like that, and my phone kept vibrating, it kept buzzing, and eventually I like got it off the charger, and I was looking at it, and it was him sending me all the different like pictures of the blade or handle materials he has. So it was like all kinds of micarta and Terra Tough and stuff like that, and it just kept buzzing and buzzing. He probably sent me 25, 30 pictures of everything, which was just really cool because he gave me, you know, all the time to pick stuff, and he gave me, you know, good pictures to visualize what it was that I was picking. And then we got to the whole steel choice, and he, you know, gave me a list of the steels he had in, and there was a couple that I kind of had my, you know, eyes on, and then we were talking, and I said, well, hey, what do you recommend? What do you normally like to use a lot with? And he gave me his recommendation, and it was really cool because I've been using it a lot, really cool. But it was a really interesting experience. It was very um, just cool. Like he sent me pictures of like every process, like so the steel, and then when he got it to the knife, and then when he did like he like milled it down even more, and then he got to the handle scales, and then he put an acid stone wash on it, or a dark acid stone wash. It was just really awesome to see him send like step-by-step pictures to me, and he was very personable, and he's a very nice guy. I really, after I unbox the knife, I'll explain how it got here and stuff like that, but I have yet to meet him yet, but I really want to at some point because, again, he's from, you know, basically my area. um, but yeah, we'll get right into this unboxing. I've been talking for 6 minutes, but that's just kind of a backstory of how, you know, I came across him on Instagram, and I approached him, and we started talking, and it just developed into a knife. He doesn't have a website, but hopefully if this gauges enough interest and more people start approaching him about him, maybe he would make a website. But yeah, he sent it in this big box. It took me forever to find it at like the mailroom where I get my packages shipped, because I'm so used to like the small priority rate boxes, and I was just like, it took me a few minutes to find this because I wasn't expecting a big box. But it feels really nicely packaged. I bet he put a ton of you know, bubble wrap and stuff in there. Unboxing knife is the Benchmade Bug Out. I had this in my pocket today, running a few errands and stuff like that. Just toss that bad boy in there. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited. So I guess I can just dive into that, why he shipped it to me instead of, you know, us delivering it to him. I told him that I go through Meadville most of the time when I go back and forth from college to home, and my girlfriend and I were just home this past weekend, and on Sunday I was talking to him and asked if it was going to be okay for him to meet me and my girlfriend on Sunday as we go back through Meadville to go back to school, but he had other stuff going on and stuff like that, and we are not going home for a couple more weekends. So he said just best case scenario with him having to work in the evenings and me having to work up here in the days, it wouldn't be as easy for me to drive down and meet him and stuff like that, so he just shipped it to me. But it was funny because Erie's like 45 minutes north of Meadville, and it's weird because if you look at the tracking, it went south to Pittsburgh and then back up to Erie. It really weird how it worked. It could have went from, you know, Meadville to Erie and just been done with it, but they had to take it to Pittsburgh to like their distribution center and then back to Erie to me, which is just, it's weird how the USPS mail system works. So yep, bunch of bubble wrap. I'll definitely probably save some of this, like cut it up into pieces to use for packaging in the future. Oh, nice. Okay. So he sent me this big. Whoa, what is this? Okay, so he sent me this big. Big, obviously fixed blade knife pouch. It is a 10-inch one. It's very soft. Has some like microfiber almost on here. It is from this company, but it's made in the USA. That's cool. But what caught my eye is I believe Trevor probably made this for me. I don't know how else it would go in here, but this is the colorway of my knife that he made for me. And it's just a little micarta bead with a little like lanyard. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, I'm gonna have to find a way to, I'm gonna have to untie this very carefully and tie it back, because I would love for this to be on my keychain or my keys. That's so dope. I really like that. Thank you, Trevor. I didn't know you were adding that on here. Really nice and polished and smooth too. But as you guys can see, I did go with a kind of red and black colorway, which I'm really, really excited for, because the first choice of scales that I went with was like a gray Tarot Tough. I was going to go with like a gray and red scheme, but something with when Trevor was like milling them down, he sent me pictures of it. I couldn't tell that much of a difference between like the good scale and the bad scale, but he wasn't pleased with it, so we were talking and he had me choose a new one, and we landed on black linden micarta, I believe, which is going to look really, really good. All right, guys, here is the, oh wait, what's this? Okay, so before I look at the knife, I see there's something else in here. in like a tape and rag pack. I know Trevor makes like micarta, like similar to this. Try not to look at the knife. Similar to this, but just bigger, like pucks or whatever they want to call them. Worry cheeses, I know, are one. Just basically like fidgetable things in the EDC world. But I'm gonna cut in here real quick. Again, this is, I didn't know he was doing this. I didn't know he was sending the other little beads. That's just really cool, personalized touch. I'm trying to cut through here without damaging anything. Right there, I think I got in. What could this be? Yeah, it feels like a puck. If it's gonna be the same colorway as my knife, I'm gonna poop myself. Oh, and what do you know it is, guys? Man, that is so cool. I've never had these before. So it has the red and then the black there. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Trevor. That is so dope. Yeah, I've never had one of these like little micarta pucks, worry cheeses, fidget, items, whatever you want to call them. There's a huge market for them in the EDC world. I've just never got into one, but this is really, really cool. It kind of gives me something to like, play with in the car, because a lot of the times my girlfriend gets like annoyed when I'm flicking knives and stuff like that. So this gives me something to do when I'm maybe driving. But no, that's awesome. It has a good matching set to the one on here. That is so cool. I'm gonna have to message Trevor after this and thank him. But all right, guys, so here is the main event. Close my bug out. And again, I know this is a longer unboxing video and I did a lot of talking, but I just wanted to explain it to you guys. So, oh, guys, it feels so good already. Oh, as you guys can see, it's a relatively smaller size, as I wanted, because so here is the chickadee to compare to. So I mean, it's a big difference in size, and I like the chickadee a lot. Don't get me wrong; it's a fantastic, very small EDC knife. But I just wanted a little something that has more of a full grip on it, and I think that this is going to be. Oh, the micarta is so soft to the touch. You guys can see there, I went with the black linen micarta with the red liners. Look really, really good. And then you can see he black acid washed, or dark acid washed or washed. I can't talk today. No, that's an acid wash, right? Not a stone wash. I can't tell between a difference between maybe I'll take one or maybe when I take the blade out, I can tell. But it's either a dark or it's either a dark acid wash or a dark stone wash. But yeah, the sheath's really well done. I know he I can't talk right now. I'm just at a loss for words. He made one sheath and he wasn't super happy with it, so he made me another one. But as I can tell, it's really in there, fits really nicely, finished really nicely, so has a nice thumb ramp right there. All right, guys, here we go. Oh, look at that, guys. It looks so good. Yeah, so I think this is an acid wash. I think this is a dark acid wash, I'm pretty sure. Stone wash is a little bit different looking, but guys, it looks so good, and the micarta feels good. All right, moment of truth. Oh, guys, it fits my hand perfectly. Oh my gosh, Trevor, you killed this, man. You killed this project. I was worried it would be a little bit, I don't know. I was a little bit worried it wouldn't fit just right, but this is perfect. I mean, I can get all 4 fingers on here, and it feels so good. I mean, Trevor kills it with, there's not a single hot spot on here. All the micarta's contoured so nicely. I mean, guys, this seems like, I mean, Trevor, again, is a single man making these out of his basement or his home. He's making them by himself in his spare time. And to me, I've held this knife for maybe a minute and a half already. But this feels like the level and the quality of someone who has been doing these for years and who, sells them for a living. I mean, I haven't held like a BGM knife, but I know he does very, very well. He sells a lot of his models. There's a couple other, like the Tactical Pterodactyl, I think, is one that I've always been interested in. I know they do a lot of service and they sell a lot of their models. Um, and I can't compare that directly to this one, but I can, I guess, compare it to the Chickadee here, which Jacob is a relatively newer custom maker, but he's doing a lot more production. He's ramping up. I see he's doing a ton of different drops with these. Um, like the fit and finish is there, guys. Like, I mean, everything is just smoothed off, and there's no sharp edges, and like it's really a work of art. The fact that I mean, it just goes so smoothly with um, the blade stock, and it all is just so comfortable to hold. Like it's definitely really high quality, and I don't know. Like I just had a feeling, especially from him sending all the pictures, and I mean obviously you can't feel and you can't tell through a picture, but his stuff looked really well done. He sent me like a picture of his collection of his knives that he's made for himself, and they all look superb. And I was so excited for this, and I am blown away. I'm not disappointed. I'm so happy, guys. This thing is just, I mean, the blade to handle ratio. There's definitely the handle is longer than the blade. I would say by a little bit, but this thing feels so good in the hand. It just melts and just forms into my knuckles and into my preferred grip. There's some jimping up here. I totally forgot to mention the blade steel. This is in 4V. He gave me, I think he had 4V, 3V. He did have some Magna cut in. He had Able, that blade steel that I forget the technical name for it. S35VN. He had a couple other ones. And 4V was, I think he had M4 too, but 4V was kind of the one that popped out to me the most. And then whenever I asked him about it, he said that he really likes it because of the edge retention, the toughness. I think this rock weld at like 62 and a half, 63. So this is gonna be perfect for whatever I decide to do with it. And I'm very pleased with the size because I mean this thing it's definitely bigger than the Chickadee, which will be a little bit of a learning curve to get used to carrying because obviously he has it set up for scout carry or appendix carry. So that'll be a little bit to get used to carrying a little bit bigger of a package, but it's definitely not big at all. In the grand scheme of things, it's a medium to smaller size knife, but oh, it just fits so well in the hand, guys. Oh man, thank you so much, Trevor. This thing is awesome. This will definitely not be the last knife I have him make for me. My head's already turning with having one made to keep like in the car in the truck in the future. I'd love to get maybe my dad a fixed blade in the future to have around the house because everyone should at least have a decent fixed blade, especially like because my dad does a lot of he was in the construction, pouring concrete. He's always out in the woods, tinkering with stuff, doing things in the garage. It'd just be good to have a good fixed blade, and I would definitely. This will not be the last knife I buy from Trevor, for sure. Going to be doing more projects with him, and I'm very happy that I decided to reach out to him and talk to him, and it accumulated, excuse me, in this beautiful project, this beautiful knife. Oh my god, I'm so blown away. I'm really just so blown away. I need to take a drink of water before I pass out. Not really, but you guys know I like to take my sips of water. Oh, this thing feels so well. And it's not overly thick. I think it has like the right amount of micarta. Because some of the last two fixed blades I had in were the line steel fixed blades. And to me, they had a little bit too much like girth here. This one feels super well done. And it just, if the micarta feels so like soft almost. I like, you can see like the milling pattern in there, the grind pattern. Oh, it just looks really good. Feels really good. I love the pop of red. It's really cool because red and black were my high school colors, and I've always really enjoyed that colorway, and they're two of my favorite colors. And I think it goes perfect with the dark acid wash. And he has a screaming edge on here. I don't think I have any. Actually, I do have a piece of paper that I was cutting last night. I have this note here. I never cut on paper, but we're gonna see. Oh, guys, this thing's ridiculously sharp. I'll pick up my scraps later. Oh, but yes, I know I sound like a broken record, but this thing is gorgeous, guys. So please, 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 I'm gonna leave Trevor's Instagram page, Mill Run Knife Company, in the description down below. Again, he doesn't have a website as of right now. Maybe, I mean, the goal of this is to get his name out there. I want to promote him as much as I can because, guys, he makes a killer product. He really does. I would love to see him gain some popularity from this, and I would love to see some other YouTubers maybe that I'm friends with enjoy what, or like what they see from what he's made me, and them go talk to him, and then he makes stuff for them. And I really want Trevor's business to be uplifted. I want him to gain popularity. I really want him to get his name out there because, guys, again, I mean, this thing is phenomenal, phenomenal. And obviously we kind of agreed upon a deal for a discounted price, but he sells them, I believe he told me, anywhere from $2 to $250, which for a fully custom fixed blade, I mean, I would pay that easily for this. Especially in the world of fixed blades today, sometimes you get upwards of $250, maybe above $300 for a fully custom one. So I think that's a very, very fair price. And I'm sure that if you guys, if there are some of you out there that like this specific size and this specific shape, I'm sure he would add it to his full-time repertoire, because I think this is a perfect EDC size. It feels the hand. You don't have a super, super long blade, but you have a nice blade. It's very thin behind the edge. I think blade length on this is, I have a roller, or my mat right here. So blade length is just under 3 inches. It's maybe like 2.9, something like that. So to me, it's just the perfect size, and I really hope that people see this and go, I really want to check one of those out. So again, I will leave his Instagram page linked down below, Mill Run Knife Company. Go check him out. Go shoot him a message if you're interested. Trevor's a really cool dude, and I'm glad that I was able to kind of create a little partnership with him. And his product is awesome. Trevor, thank you so much for making a killer knife and for tossing in these extra goodies too. This little worry micarta piece right here, and then I really want to get this piece tossed on my keychain somehow, or my keys. I think that'd be perfect. And the case is really nice. I mean, this thing is going to be awesome for, if I have a couple knives to send to some. Well, it's actually might be too big for a small priority rate box, but this thing will definitely come in handy for maybe transporting stuff and whatnot. But yeah, guys, I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I was really looking forward to this. It's been a nice process to see how it started from the beginning, middle, end, and it ended up in a beautiful, beautiful custom fixed blade. So please, again, I know this is probably the 3rd or 4th time I've said this, but please go check out Trevor's Instagram, Mill Run Knife Company, in the description down below. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment, shoot me an Instagram message on Instagram, 814EDC. I always leave that linked in the description down below as well. I'm happy to talk to you guys about my knife or anything future, but please go check out Trevor. He has some awesome work, and he is just from my, I've only been talking to him for 2 months or so. We'll say 2 months, but he seems very genuine, very down to earth. He just wants to put out good products, and he is 100% doing that. So there will be a full review on this after I carry it for a while and put it through its paces and just really enjoy carrying it. So be on the lookout for that. And guys, this was my unboxing of my new custom fixed blade from Mill Run Knife Company. Trevor, you are the man, and I hope this really, gets some business rolling in there for you, and there is definitely going to be more to come. So thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you guys have not yet clicked the subscribe button, please consider doing so. It really helps the channel out, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you guys so much. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.